Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, back in the laundromat again. I know we've had a lot of videos on this, but after buying a new business, especially a business I've never had before, definitely time intensive when you first buy them, learning how they work, trying to get an idea of how it runs, especially when you have no financials, no information about how it ran before. So we found out a few interesting things, had to fix part of the car wash. There's also a car wash with this. So that should be fixed now, which is nice. And more machines out of order. Our appliance guy still hasn't been here, so hopefully he will be here soon and let us know which machines do and don't work. We collected quarters over the weekend, so I have another kind of baseline for how much money it made over the weekend, which I had last weekend too. I just bought this, 9 days ago. So learning all of that. We still have 4 working washers, 6 that aren't working. And so the pop machine isn't working. Hopefully we get that. Lots of ideas that we've talked about in the videos about putting the pop machine outside, adding benches, adding a mini split, and getting rid of these things and the swamp cooler, and possibly adding new machines. But just trying to figure out everything for now. So some of the interesting stuff we've learned before we get into the coins and how much we made and the car wash stuff is I noticed before how sloped the floor is right here. You can see that machine is way lower than this machine up here. My plumber was here and we're looking at this and pulled one of the machines out, and it's actually wrapped, the floor is wrapped in tin and slopes with this little kind of valley so that if there's leaks or something, all the water runs into a big floor drain. So that's good to know. He said it looked like all the plumbing back there was redone in PEX, which is great. So a lot of the mechanicals here are actually pretty good as far as the building goes. Just some of the machinery and stuff is not very new. And I don't know if I showed this before either. This is those are the lights for the laundromat. I think there's a light. There we go. Some of the mechanicals here, and I was learning what all of this is. Big, or no, that wasn't a big floor drain. That's just a crawl space with a dog bowl. We just figured that out. But lots of water coming in. Lots of gas coming in. I've showed that before on this property with the laundromat and dryers. Lots of different things going on with the water. So what my plumber said is this is a boiler, a big boiler. And so it heats the water up. And then this is just, what did he say? A holding tank that keeps the water heated. So the boiler heats the water, dumps into this tank, and that stays heated in there. And if you need it, you just take the water from there. So, yeah, interesting stuff. But like the wiring is, decent. The plumbing is all pretty good shape. Just had to fix a few things in the car wash. And then, of course, be nice if it makes some money, too. It's the ultimate goal. And so when I got here, I don't know if I showed the bathroom either. It does have just a little bathroom. Back here's the car wash room. And when I washed my car last week, there was water all over the floor in here. And something was definitely wrong. So plumber came, figured out all of these O-rings on these valves here were all just trash. Replaced those. That seemed to get it working okay. And then they were shutting off the breaker. They're tripping the breaker if both of them were on at once. But then we replaced these belts. There are some extra belts here. That seemed to fix that problem. So we think everything is working okay now. We'll see. So we're ordering new soap. That was difficult. So we had found this soap online for all the different things, and shipping was like $300 because they only did ground shipping and they're big containers. And so we're like, there's got to be a local place that sells this. The closest place that we could find was Denver. And then we found some other information in here about where we might be able to get some of this soap and stuff locally, hopefully, because shipping is just crazy expensive. And then, yeah, Denver's an hour away, so not ideal, but I could have some in my office drive down there and just pick up a bunch of soap and stuff and go from there. So, making progress, getting things hopefully working better. And yeah, had a little bit of video of those guys running. They're pretty crazy. So one thing about this apartment, it's right next to the car wash. It's pretty noisy when the car wash is going. And it's probably pretty noisy when the laundromat's going. So ideally, thinking of it that way, it sure would be nice to have someone in here who maintains or helps with those, because they would understand it's going to be a little noisy. If you just had a random person in here, that might be tricky. And it also kind of kills the idea of having your bedroom over on this side of the apartment where the car wash can be very noisy. All right, so I've got the keys to the shed now. The contractor brought them back. You can see we have new steps. So that's a bonus. We probably need a railing of some kind. And we'll see what it looks like in here. Well, there's less stuff. The old, a lot of that stuff out. I wonder what he did with it all. Yes, we have 4 working machines. So, still waiting on the appliance guy to come check those out. I labeled all my keys, so it's so much easier to open these up now. And we had to come here anyway. So, not bad. Our plumber's coming to check out the car wash. It's got some issues. We're getting those worked out. We haven't seen it before yet, so stopped over here. This is so much easier. Maybe. There we go. That's not bad for just a weekend. The weekends definitely seem to be the busiest. This is the weird little small one. Doesn't get used quite as much. And these are the old dryers that work amazingly well. They're a little more difficult to open up though. You gotta unscrew this, push it in at the same time. Make sure I put the right ones back in there, or my key system does not work at all. Only 2 in there. I think these must not take much at all. There's never much money in these, and they all say they work great. So I wonder if like 1/4 gets you all you need. There we go. These. $1 there. The dryers. People use them all the time, but they are not bringing in much money. 50 cents to use them. I wonder how long that goes for. I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's try one out. Oh, there's a lot in that one. So much faster when your stuff is labeled correctly. Oh, quite a bit in that one too. Last time we made 50 cents off the vending machine. Oh, $1. We're rolling in the dough now. We'll see what the car wash has in it. I don't need that one open. $4 of this will be mine that we're just using to test after we fixed the O-rings. So the plumber is here. Oh, not bad again. 2, that's mine. Still, it's doing okay. Can still do a lot better, but it's doing okay. And the vacuum has quite a bit in there as well. Okay, so this weekend, these are the quarters we took in, which was $17.25 for the dryer. No, yeah, $17.25 for the dryer, $43.25 for the washer, $1 for the vending machine, $30 for the car wash, $7.50 for the vacuum. And this week we took in $57 in cash, so we had a surplus of quarters. So I just want to make sure I put in as many quarters as I take out cash. And if I do that, then the quarters can be a surplus. So this week we did have a surplus. Last week we had to bring more quarters than we took out, if that makes sense. All right, we've got people working on the apartment right now as well too. So of course we'll have an update on that. None of my guys like being filmed. So people ask me why I don't show the work being done or them working. They don't like it. So I don't need to hassle them with filming them while they're doing stuff. And we just noticed too, this wire is super low. I don't know what it is. I don't remember it being that low before, but this outside bay is kind of meant for trucks, and if you have a big truck, that could take out that wire. So we'll ask our guys if they can prop that up, get that a little higher maybe. But yeah, that's not good. So car washes work, don't leak anymore. Oh, I left my key in there. That is not good. I'm glad I came out here. Although I might be able to blame Nikki on that one. She was the last one out here. Had to keep turning it on and off to make sure it was working right. There we go. Okay. So I came back again the same week and just checking on things. We brought an open sign this time. We're trying to get that all hooked up because one of the outlets up front doesn't work. And hopefully that makes a big difference too, just people knowing when it's open, they could come in. We're gonna clean up this front part, probably paint the front. I think we decided on blue, which is the local school colors, which was a great suggestion from my YouTube post, so thank you for that. And yeah, we'll have more updates on this. Love the likes, comments, shares, love seeing new subscribers, and we'll be back soon. And hopefully the next time I show it to you, it looks much different from the front, and eventually look much better on the inside as well.